first time in history, all 4 belts in the cruiserweight division will belong proudly around the waist of one man.
Umar Ahmed, IFL TV, MTK Global. I'm at the 12 Rounds gym today in Clapham. I'm joined by Daniel Morley. How are you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks. Right, let's talk about you. You're debuting when?
April the 14th.
April the 14th.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a bit about yourself. How did you get into boxing?
Well, I was a troubled kid, always fighting. To be honest, it was either boxing or prison. No, I'm joking. No,
Had me there.
I was quite a soft kid. And I played football, a bit of cricket. I grew up in Mitcham, so it's a little bit of a rough area. But I was never really a standout, quite shy, and I moved to Epsom when I was about 12. And then, yeah, I just started boxing. A friend called Luke Clark, shout out to Luke Clark, he was going down to Epsom on your ABC. Okay. And I decided to go down there, got all my gear together, and bottled it. Okay. Yeah, didn't go down. Then about 2 days later, I just sort of thought, you know what, I'll give this a go. It's always something I was interested in. I used to watch, you know, Hatton Mayweather, those kinds of fights. And Lee Burrows, Rob and Ray Parker, they were all down the league, took me on the pads, and I loved it from there. Been boxing about 6-7 years now. And yeah, it's a love-hate relationship, definitely, but yeah.
So yeah, Dan, what weight will you be fighting at?
What weight?
Okay.
Welterweight, yeah.
Yeah. So if your debut goes well,
fingers crossed.
How many times are you looking to get out this year?
Well, if the debut goes well, you know, I'm training hard for it, so it should go well. I'm preparing for it, so I'm hoping to get out about 3 times this year, potentially 4, just pushing myself and getting out there, getting my name out there. So yeah, about 4 times. Yeah.
You're talking about training. How has it been under Adam Martin, and how long have you been with him?
Yeah, I mean, I met Adam a couple of years ago at the Wellington Barracks show, and he was impressed with my style. And about a year ago, I sent him a message asking if I could, you know, sort of turn over, train with him. And Adam's a good bloke. We have a laugh here. It's light-hearted, but we graft as well. So yeah, it's a good little camp here, and I enjoy it. It's good.
Okay. I'm wondering, do you see the news yesterday about Canelo, and what do you make about that situation?
It's a tricky one. I don't know. I mean, there's been a few fighters that, you know, have been caught, and the old contaminated meat excuse comes out. Meat, sorry. I don't know. I mean, it happened with Lucas Brown a couple of years ago. More recently, Luis Ortiz got caught for peds, and it's a strange one. I mean, Canelo makes a lot of money. So what you got to think is, if it was Golovkin who was tested for steroids, how would they react? Would it be swept under the carpet? Would, you know, Golovkin's 21 or 22 fight knockout streak be questioned? You know, so I don't know. He's been clean throughout the majority of his career, so it is a tricky one. I don't believe he's too high level. He's too. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. But I don't think he's been.
It is always a tricky situation with them. Anyways, it's good to get you on the channel today, Dan.
Lovely, thank you. I appreciate it.
Sure, we'll catch up with you soon. Anyone you want to shout out, sponsors or tickets for your fight?
Yeah, Jimmy Tukes, Homes of Heroes. He's got an MBE, and Michelle Thorpe, Homes for, well, caring for the homeless ex-servicemen of our country. Keith from Small Holdings, you know, he had, I was down there for a couple of years. And yeah, I just can't really think of anyone else, to be honest. There's lots of people that do help me though. So yeah, I just appreciate everyone's support, everyone that gets tickets, everyone that gives me notice, and yeah.
Okay, until next time, Dan.
Thank you very much.
First time in history, all 4 belts in the cruiserweight division will belong proudly around the waist of one man.